Namo Namaha. Andariki Namaskaramulu. Today is the second day of our classes on Sanaatana Dharma by Dr. Visalakshi. So let us chant Prarthana and start the webinar. Request Aditi to chant Prarthana, please.
Namaste. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavadam, Aditi. Now let us request Visalakshi to start the webinar, please.
Om Sri Mahaganatipataye Namaha. Om Sri Parvati Rajarajeshwarabhyam Namaha. Om Sri Medha Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sri Mahasaraswatye Namaha. Om Sivaya Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Cha Namah Shivaya. Today we have to continue the topics, but very few of the students have come. But out of them, just I want to ask all of you, have you understood anything yesterday from what I spoke? What you could grasp, can any of you tell in 1 or 2 lines? Any of you, please answer.
All are open. You can unmute and speak. Whatever the speaker has covered yesterday, just those who have attended, they can just say what she has covered yesterday in 1 or 2 lines. Anish. Sindhuja. Mani Sharma. Okay, Mani Sharma, come on. Open your mute, unmute and say what she's covered yesterday. Are you there, Mani Sharma? What is the problem?
Yes, sir, I am there.
Okay. What is covered yesterday? What is the topic?
It was regarding like many topics were taught. Like I could remember.
Mainly, in one sentence, what you say? Sanaatana Dharma.
Correct.
Okay. How many points were covered? Mamata Kumari. Mamata Kumari, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many points were covered in Sanaatana Dharma yesterday? Is it Mamata Kumari? Open your unmute, no? Unmute yourself. It is just for interaction, nothing more. It is not a big examination.
In fact, I did not explain anything at all yesterday. I just gave very less introduction about our Sanaatana Dharma, and I just spoke about the topics, the points which are there in Sanaatana Dharma. Knowing about which points, we can say we got a little understanding about Sanaatana Dharma. So, do you remember any of you? Any 1 or 2 points which we have to learn to say that we know something about Sanaatana Dharma? Can any of you mention any points?
Okay.
28, 29 points, I think I have mentioned. It's okay. Actually, don't bother about what I spoke. You please tell what do you know about our Hinduism, as you say, our Sanaatana Dharma, our Bharatiya Dharma, what you are all practicing in your lives, your grandparents, your mother, father, yourself and all.
Mataji, like Sanatana Dharma, you you had mentioned one word that it's very ancient. Like, it is a dharma we have been following for very long, and we it's like a very inclusive. What we follow is, it's not like believers only can be Sanatanis and all. It's just that people who believe that we should live and let live, and we should follow certain dharma. That's why we are called Sanatanis, and like we have we have a lot of rituals we follow from Vedas, and
Yes.
yeah, and also it's also the culture of the very people in India. Like, our basic, our vibrant culture itself is part of Sanatana Dharma.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, actually we are all Bharatiyas. Our desha is Bharata Desha. Bha means to shine. Rata, Rati, we say that is enjoyment. All those who got interest in the knowledge, in the luster, in the kanti, they are all Bharatiyas. Luster, Velugu, as we say, that is the indication of knowledge. So, those who want to gain real knowledge, they are all Bharatiyas, means we got interest in learning great knowledge, the highest knowledge. We take amusement in the luster, in the kanti, in the sattva guna, and in the knowledge. So we all are called as Bharatiyas. Of course, we are called as Bharatiyas because Bharata ruled our country, even that is there. Now I spoke about so many points and said Sanaatana Dharma. Sanaatana means most ancient, that which started at the starting of creation. That is what I said yesterday. So Sanaatana, and God's name is also called as Sanaatana, I said. And our aim is Shem Dvipade, Shem Chetushpade, says the Veda. We wish the welfare of entire universe, all human beings, living creatures, nature, and everything. And I spoke about Rutam also. That is a particular divine law which exists in the nature. That is, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and every day in the morning sun comes. In fact, sun will never rise, never move or anything. Even then it appears to our naked eyes that as if sun is rising. So why one after another the seasons are coming, why days, nights, and all, they are mutually coming, day after night, night after day they come. Thus, all these are due to, and sun rises in the east only. That is, sun appears in the east in the morning and at the west in the evening. Then all these stars, sun, moon, rivers, and all these, they follow certain method that is called as Rutam. That is the natural law, the law that exists in the nature. So, our Bhagavad Gita, that is, so many scriptures are there, Vedas are there, so many books which speak about the essence of our Sanatana Dharma are there for us. Even if one book is studied perfectly and the knowledge is gained, we can gain the essence of Vedas, essence of our Sanatana Dharma. Sri Krishna Paramatma says in Bhagavad Gita, yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha sraddhaya architumichati tasya tasya achalam sraddham tameva vidathamyakam. That is, in this world, crores of people are there. So as many people are there, as many types of ideas will arise in their minds. Each person may or may not think in the same line. So different variations are there in the nature, and even in the thinking, the thoughts and ideas, in the beliefs, in the core of conduct, in the behavior, the way of life, how they lead the life. A person may worship Shiva, a person may worship Vishnu or Jagannatha or something. whomever we worship, in what sort of way we live, all these lead us towards Sarvadeva Namaskaram, Keshavam Priti Gacchati, says a sentence. So Paramatma said that in whatever manner, whomever, in whatever name and forms, Namarupas, a person worships, that worship, that way of life certainly will lead to godhood. They can get moksha. They can get whatever they want if they do their swadharmas sincerely. So that is what our Sanatana Dharma says. In other dharmas, they are not dharmas. In fact, they are religions, as we say. They never say like that. They restrict. But ours is not of such. There is only one God. You have to follow this only, like that we never say. Because just as a person, suppose you are there, you are a girl, the one who spoke now, you are a girl. So you are a daughter to your parents. Then your sisters and brothers may be there. You are a sister to your brothers and sisters. When you are studying at the school or college, you are a student. When you grow up and get married, you become wife. Then when you get children, you become mother. When you are working, you are an employee. So being one person, you are one only. But you are discharging the duties of so many roles you are playing. So you, at that time when you are working as an officer in an office, you should be treated as an officer by whoever come and approach you for any work. So like that, there you do that work. When you are with the children, you behave as like the mother only. So thus to give us knowledge, we worship that ultimate one divinity, Godhood, as Saraswati Mata. Then the same power is worshipped as Shiva or Vishnu or Brahma, Lakshmi Devi, this, that, and all. So many names and forms are given to worship them, to acquire and fulfill our desires. What all we need in this life to live happily. Finally, every human being, every living creature, they want to be very happy. What all we need is, we want to be happy. So how can we get happiness? Shastra gave us a way of life. So by following that way of life, we can lead a very happy, satisfactory, healthy life here. And after death also, we can get higher worlds, higher raisins. Then we can get mukti also. And those paths, that path is given to us by our shastras in our Sanatana Dharma. So actually, yesterday I said how our Sanatana Dharma originated, how it spread, and also I said that at the beginning, in fact, the whole earth mass was ruled by our Bharatiyas, the kings of our Bharatiyas. Manu was the first ruler of entire earth mass. Then Manu got so many children, he divided the land. Those children got so many other children, they again divided, and this entire earth mass, which was once ruled by one monarch, one king, one Chakravarti, who is our Manu. Manu means mana to think, mana avabodhane, thinking, alochana. Even then, Manus are, that is God Parabrahma. When he wanted to do the creation, he created Brahmadeva, creator first, Paramatma. Then Brahmadeva created Manasaputras. Then he created Manus, 14 Manus. And thus he created Prajapatis, and he wanted them to expand this creation. So all this, that is how our creation came into existence, and all people are in a different manner, of course, it is described. So whatever may be, the earth was once ruled by our kings, and only one Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, prevailed all over the earth. Then only Samskrita Bhasha was the only language that was spoken at that time, that is Deva Bhasha. Then later on, from the not naturally local dialectics will be there. So the language always changes. When people are, if I say one sentence, when it reaches the ears of others, it changes automatically because one cannot exactly restore. So the changes take place, and even in the languages, different changes took place, and different languages originated from the root original language Samskrita. From there, so many other languages also came. Then the sages actually are not just ordinary human beings like us, because they are also Manasa Srushti of divinity, divine powers. Now, Maharshis in Vedas, they addressed all of us as Amritasya Putraha, and they said, Shrunvantu Sarve Amritasya Putraha, Aye Thamani Tavani Tastu Tavani Tasyuhu, Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam, Adityavarnam Tamasastu Pare, Tameva Jnatva Atimruchumeti, Nanya Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya, that is, one should, there is no other way to get ultimate knowledge except to follow the path given to us by our sages and by our Vedas and our Shastras. And our Maharshis asked us to worship sun god Asavadityo Brahma. And they also asked us to perform yajna, yagas, because unless we do yajna yagadi kratus and offer havir bhagas through fire god to all the gods that are governing this world and ruling the world, the Panchamahabhutas, then Devendra and so many other gods, Vidyut, Meghas, lightning, thunder, they are all gods. Mother Earth is goddess, like that. So to all the gods we send offerings, and Devendra we say, Devanam Indraha. He is the Lord of all kings. 33 number of gods are there, 33 crores of gods are there. And all these gods, they do their own duties. So Kalidasa says, Dudoha Gamsa Yajnaya Sasyaya Makhava Divam Sampad Vinimaye Nopau Dathatur Bhuvanadvayam. The kings, that is Brahmins, kings, human beings, they perform Yajna Yagadi Kratus and they offer oblations, Havir Bhagas, through fire god to all the gods, and Devendra, etc. gods, they take these Havir Bhagas, they get satisfied, that is their food. Then they reign properly. So proper rains come to us, due to which the sasyas will grow and we will get all vegetables, grains, fruits, flowers, etc. So both of them, the gods and human beings, with mutual understanding, they are maintaining both the worlds. So this yajna is very important. And in Bhagavad Gita, yajna is spoken in a very elaborated and excellent manner, that actually talking itself is also yajna. Doing our duties is yajna. Following swadhyaya, that itself is yajna. Helping others is yajna. Whatever work we do, if we do sincerely with all our efforts, thinking that it is our duty, this work is given to us by God, Paramatma. The result we have to offer to Paramatma. Then all the works, even if we cook, even if we write or do works in job, at offices and all these become yajnas only. But literally we should worship fire god. Agnimichadvam Bharata. That is what our sages said. So Agni Karya is a must for all of us. So we have to worship fire god, because Asavaditya Brahma, sun is there, sun god. Due to sun only this life has come. All of us are able to eat, the plants are growing, we are getting everything. The life can never survive even for a minute, unless sun is there, the light is there, luster is there. Otherwise, entire Srishti, the creation will be merged in darkness. So sun is important. That sun who shines in the sky is shining here in our houses, on the earth, in the form of fire god. So fire is to be worshipped by all of us. Veda says that all the gods and maharshis, they did certain manasika yaga, making so many other things involved in that, even gods and all. So due to that Manasa Yaga, they expanded this world and all, this creation, and all human beings came into existence slowly. They took birth. And all these birds, which 4 varieties of creations they have explained in our Shastras and all. So, and gods also, that Nirguna Parabrahma Upasakanam Karyartham Brahmano Rupa Kalpana, we say. So the sages gave us certain names and forms of gods, that divine power. By worshipping them, we can yield our desires. So Devata Aradhana has come. I spoke about Bhakti, Jnana, Karma, Jnana, Yoga, Upasanas and all. So that Upasana, in the Upanishads, a lot of Upasanas are given to us. Then Upasana Granthas are there, Agama Shastras. Agama Shastras are speaking about how to worship whomever God. So, in fact, why we worship? Because we want to yield certain desires. Why desires come to us? To lead happy life. So, the desires should always be according to Dharma. Yesterday, I think I said about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the 4 Purusharthas. Dharma and Moksha are at the first and last places. In between, Artha, Kamas are there. So, because according to Dharma, we have to acquire money, and according to Dharma, we have to yield the desires. Then, leading life according to Dharma, we can get liberation, moksha. Because unless Dharma controls the Kama, there is no limit for our desires. If we get involved with any object, Sangha, due to that Vishaya Sangha, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha, Kamat Krodhobhijayate, Krodhat Bhavati Sammohaha, Sammohat Smriti Premshaha, Smriti Premshad Buddhinasho, Buddhinashad Vinashyati. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna Paramatma said. So if we get involved in any object, when we get that, we become happy, but again another desire comes. Suppose the desire is not fulfilled, we become very angry, and due to angry, all this downfall comes. And when one desire is completed, there is no end. Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati havisha krishna vartmena puya eva abhivarthase, it says. In the fire, if we are pouring ajya, that is ghee, then the flames will rise again and again. They will not get subside. So the mind also, when one desire enters and we allow it, automatically desires will be coming into the mind. So we should try to check up our mind always. So these Maharshis, when they did this yaga at Aryavarta, in fact, so our land is called as Brahmavarta, Aryavarta, like that. Brahmavarta means where divine gods, all gods existed, gods used to move, that is Brahmavarta, at the Himalayas and all, and higher regions than even Himalayas, they performed this yaga, that is called as Brahmavarta. And from there, slowly the sages came to Aryavarta. Arya means revered, respectable people. And from there, certain sages walked towards east, some towards west, then north and south. Thus, all 4 directions they moved. And their people started to grow. So automatically our Sanaatana Dharma was expanded in all 4 directions of the earth mass. So thus our Sanaatana Dharma came into existence and started to prevail all over the world. And slowly, of course, now at this present, so many yugas are there. Our sages divided the Kala. Kala is avipajya, indivisible. Even then, they gave a sort of measurements. They counted it as a truti, a kshana, then nimisha. Like that, they counted to after one, if we keep even 100 zeros also, our Hindu system can count, whereas it is not there in any other educational system of the world. Our sages said that Jivema Saradasyatam, Nandama Saradasyatam, Pravridama Saradasyatam, Shrunvama Saradasyatam, Pashema Saradasyatam, like that. That is, we should live intact, healthily, happily for 100 years. And how we have to live with all our sense organs functioning healthily, fully. Lifelong we should be able to see, we should be able to listen, we should be able to talk, we should be able to live happily. So thus, that is the ideal life given to us in our Vedas by our Maharshis, and that would be possible by following the Sadachara. Our Gruhya Sutras, Dharma Sutras, they speak about Sadachara, Sat Achara, the good way of life, how to live. The moment we wake up till we go to bed, what all duties we have to do, what all works we have to do, what sort of thoughts should come into our minds, and the slokas, stotras that we have to recite from time to time. All these are given to us by our elders and sages. So following this sort of life is called as following Sanaatana Dharma, by following Sadachara and all. Then yesterday I spoke about Satya, Dharma, Ahimsa, and so many other good qualities about which our Sanaatana Dharma and the Sahitya of Sanaatana Dharma, they speak about. So even if we stick to one Dharma and follow that lifelong, certainly we can develop a sort of divine power in us by which we can get Vak Shuddhi and thereby Vak Siddhi. When the Vak is purified, when our mind is purified, when our core of conduct, behavior, mind, that is thoughts, words we speak, actions we do, they are all one and the same, then that purity comes. When our mind, body, thoughts, walk, everything are purified, then Vak Siddhi comes to us. Whatever we say becomes true. So we should always think of welfare of others. So such greatness is there. That is why sages, because there is no single selfish idea among the Maharshis, noble people, great persons. They always think of the welfare of entire world, all living beings, especially human beings. So the sages are Trikala Darshinaha, Rishaya Paradarshinaha, we say, and whatever they say becomes as a boon. The blessings, of course, elders give us blessings. They may or may not become true. But if any god or if a sage, suppose, gives us any boon, vara, that 100% it takes place. That is the difference between blessings and vara. But elders' blessings are always beneficial for us, and they make us, they lead us to travel through Dharmika Marga. So we should respect Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Our Vedas and Upanishads are instructing us, Atithi Devo Bhava. We have to worship them. So actually, suppose any of you question in one sentence, you please tell us what is the essence of your Sanaatana Dharma. Then what should we say? Hundreds of sentences are there which can be called as the essence of our Sanaatana Dharma. But we can say the best sentence of our Vedas, Upanishads, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. This entire universe, the whole creation is nothing but Paramatma, nothing but Brahman. You are Brahman, I am Brahman. The whole universe is God. We are all having the divinity in us, but because we came in contact with nature, nature means Trigunatmika, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunas are there. So when we came into contact, actually when a crystal is there, that the crystal shines. It is very bright. There is no color in it. It just reflects whatever article we keep in front of it. Suppose we keep a red flower or any mandara puvu, we say, a reddish flower, then that red color will be reflected here. Suppose we take that and keep an yellow flower, then the yellowish color reflects. So like that, the Nirguna Paramatma is like the crystal, whereas this nature is only the sankalpa of that Nirguna Brahma to do the creation. That we call as Maya. So when Paramatma Brahman, Nirguna Brahman, comes into contact with Maya, what is that Maya? That is just the sankalpa, the desire of Brahman to do the creation. Then it comes into contact with Maya, that is nature. So all this creation came into existence. So we are all having the qualities of Trigunas. When Trigunas are there, naturally, in one person, Sattva Guna may predominate, in another person, Rajo Guna may predominate, in some others, Tamo Guna may predominate, and whatever Guna predominates in whomever, they behave accordingly, according to the power of that Guna. Then why in some persons there is Sattva Guna more and Rajoguna, Tamoguna less means it depends upon the deeds we did in our previous births when we were born. As some living persons, maybe human beings or some others also. So according to as you sow, so you reap, says English proverb also. According to the works which we did, we are getting the result of that. So we should always with effort try to develop good qualities and develop Sattva Guna and do all Sadgunas only. So then we can lead the life happily and make others also live very happily. So the aim of human life is given to us by our Maharshis is to achieve Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And also they gave us a way of life, that Brahmacharya Ashrama, since the birth till a few years, either 20 or 22 something, we should completely learn. Only we have to concentrate on education, at least up to 25 years. Completely focusing, studying the entire knowledge as far as possible, leading a very restricted life without allowing our sense organs to get attracted by the articles, enjoyments which are seen in front of our eyes in the society, in the nature. So fully studying Brahmacharya, Brahmani charati iti Brahmachari, we say. Brahma means God. Brahma means that power which is pervading the whole universe. Brahman also means Veda mantras. Brahman means Brahmana bhagas, a certain part of Vedas. So those who study those parts are called as Brahmins. Brahman, those who Brahmani charati means one who wanders in the thoughts, thinking about that supreme reality. They are all Brahmins, and those who move in that idea, that is steady, they are all Brahmacharis, Brahmani charati. Chara means to wander, to move, to walk. Then Gruhastha, when the master says your education is completed, you can go home and get married, then he has to come to the house. Then parents see a suitable worthy girl and then get married. Then parents hand over after a few years, when both this wife and husband are mutually living happily and get children, one or two. Then those parents, they completely entrust their responsibilities. If they are kings, they entrust the ruling of the kingdom to the son. If they are Brahmins, then suppose they are running Gurukulas teaching, then the son should become the master, should become Acharya and teach to the people about what all he has studied. If they are suppose business people, they have to interest like that. Then they go to the forest to lead a sort of austere life that is called as Vanaprastha. And going there, this wife and husband, they do not behave as if they are in Grihasthasrama, but they try to make their minds completely get focused in acquiring spiritual knowledge. They try to study Upanishadic knowledge or something, Achatmika Granthas. They try to practice, they do yagas and all. Then they deeply do meditation, concentrate upon that higher power. And then slowly when they get matured and when they completely get the complete knowledge that which is eternal and which is not eternal, Nitya, Anitya, and they get complete detachment for this world, then they renounce. Then they enter into sannyasa asrama. When wife permits, then only husband got the power capacity, that is, he got the right to enter into sannyasa asrama. When once a person becomes sannyasi, then he will have his contact only with divinity, that ultimate Paramatma, but not with the world. But he may work. Then he will work only for the welfare of the entire world, not with the feeling of I and mine and all. Those feelings will completely go away. He never keeps anything for him. Whatever comes without being asked, naturally, that he just eats to keep up the body and does for Loka Sangraha, they work, and then Yogenante Tanutyajam, Shaishave Aphyasta Vidyanam, Yavane Vishayaishinam, Varthake Munivrittinam, Yogenante Tanutyajam. At the end, they will know that when the span of life has almost is going to be completed and they have to leave the body and go away, then they come to know about that also. Then being sitting in the meditative state, they themselves make the life force, the vital force which exists in the whole body and at a particular different places in a solid manner. They completely make that life force, vital force, come from tiptoes of the feet, rising up, and then from Sahasrara, this Sahasrara Chakra, Brahma Rantra, we say, through that hole, they leave that vital force and the Jiva goes and then mixes into Paramatman or into the whole universe or somewhere. Then he gets mukti. So that is the final aim of us. So Maharshis also spoke us about how to pray God to give us what all we need. We should say Upanishatsu Upanishatsu ye dharmaha santi te mayi santu. What all dharmas, what all powers are there in that exist in the Upanishads, that power should come to me. Upanishads always speak about Paravidya, ultimate reality. So, ya Upanishatsu dharmaha te mayi santu. They should exist in me. So, thus when we pray, then automatically we will get the interest to gain the Upanishadic knowledge and we get the ultimate knowledge. Now, our Puranas also are there. So, Vedas, I said, Vedas everybody cannot study, and Upanishads also, not just ordinary people cannot understand and study. They can be learnt at a higher level when all these are gained slowly. One step by step, we have to climb to reach the climax. To ascend into a building, we have to climb so many steps. So first we have to acquire normal laukika vidyas and all. Then we should know what is this karma, dharma, jnana, etc. All these points, and also about this satya, dharma and all. Then we have to study first. Actually, Puranas are most important literary works which give us the complete picture and essence of Vedas, Upanishads, all Shastras. So if we study the Upanishads and acquire Upanishadic knowledge, then we can get a very good understanding about our Bharata Desha, about our Sanaatana Dharma, and about the real aim of our life and how to reach, about the Godhood, everything, how this creation came into existence, how it is being maintained, and all the points Upanishads are covering, Puranas are speaking about. Then when this through the Upanishadic knowledge, then we can study and acquire Shad Darsanas, and level by level Upanishads, Vedas and all. Then in our Puranas, they spoke about not only our Bhautika, that is this Bharat Desh, Bhaugolika measurements they have given, and they spoke about Surya Vamsa, Chandra Vamsa, kings who ruled our complete earth mass. They spoke about different mountains, rivers, sarovaras, then Graha Nakshatra, Golas and all. They spoke about almost all varieties of education, branches of education. Yesterday, approximately 10 or 15 something, more than 15 branches of education I mentioned. The knowledge of all these will be gained if we study Puranas properly, starting from Vaivasvata Manu, all these 14 Manus they spoke about there. So thus we can get elaborated knowledge about our Sanatana Dharma and Bharata Desha also. Then so many points are there. In fact, in our rebirth, I said Punarjanma Siddhanta, Karma Siddhanta, all these are very important. And then our family system, I said, even that is very important to lead a happy life here and to live at harmony and peace. Finally, every human being, the whole nature, all living creatures, they aim at Shanti, that is cool and calm atmosphere and tranquility of the mind. Always we want to be very happy, means very peaceful, very cool and calm. When no sufferings are there, no tensions, no problems, when we got very good knowledge, automatically we shine. That is why Paramatma is described as Satchidananda. And then even if we study just Ramayana or Mahabharata, then also thousands of very good suktis are there, sutras are there, sayings are there, supashitas are there, and beautiful stories are there, which speak about this Satya, Dharma, everything. Dharme cha, arthe cha, kame cha, mokshe cha, bharatarshapa, yadi haste tadanyatra, yenne haste natat kvachit says. That is, in Bharata, whatever exists in the whole universe is there in Mahabharata. That which does not exist in the Mahabharata, it never exists anywhere outside. That greatness is there in Mahabharata, and in fact our Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata only. Bhagavad Gita itself is enough to give us complete knowledge of our Sanatana Dharma and the knowledge that a human being needs to lead very happy life here, and also to the life hereafter, and also to get moksha. Then Ramayana also we say, Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasarathatmaje, Vedaha Prachetasada Prachetasad Asit Sakshad Ramayanatmana. Prachetasa is the sage. His son is Prachetasa, that is Valmiki Maharshi, who is known as Ratnakara in his previous works, and who Just by chanting Taraka Mantra, Rama Nama, he became a very great sage. Valmiki Maharshi. Valmika Apavaditi Valmika. Because he came out from a big Valmika anthill. So he is called as Valmiki and he wrote Ramayana. Ramasya Ayanam Ramayanam. The life of Sri Ramachandra and Sita Mata. Sitaya Kainam we say. The path, how Rama led his life, he walked. So if we walk on the way, the path by which Sri Ramachandra walked, then we all become Ramachandras. So such is the greatness. So regarding our Sanaatana Dharma, so many points are there. And Mahabharata, main story, of course, all of you are aware, Kaurava Pandava story, but thousands of Upakhyanas are there. And Upakhyanas give us a very great knowledge and they speak about dharmas, they speak about morals, naitika viluvalu we say, they speak about the niti. Niti is moral. If any story is there, that story tells us some good idea, following which we can get benefited. And so many Hitopadesha, Panchatantra, etc. stories came from all these are the base for other later developed language and literature. So about Sanatana Dharma, so many hours and days and years we have to speak in fact, but just I gave you only a parichaya, that's all, just a simple introduction about Sanatana Dharma. So what all points I mentioned yesterday, you try to listen once again that video and then the points you note down and try to gain knowledge of those points. If you are interested and complete this course of this Sanatana Dharma 3 months certificate course for you, so many other great scholars are going to explain you about different points, perspectives of our Sanatana Dharma. Even I will teach you so many other days later according to the timetable given to us by our revered persons. So I am also going to teach you some more and so many scholars will teach you. You please try to write down every day what all you have heard. You just, whatever you remember in your mind, you try to put it on papers. So that you can remember at least the gist. If any, suppose you listen to a story, the whole story you may not be able to repeat. But in a simple manner, in your own words, you can tell that story to your younger brothers and sisters. And suppose any moral is there, that moral you can catch. You can tell it to your friends or brothers and sisters. Similarly, here also, every day you are listening to 45 minutes or something. So whatever you listen, from that, whatever you could keep up in your mind, you try to write down. Then the points you can remember. Then later, you try to gain knowledge about all those points and aspects which I spoke yesterday. Now I'll stop today. If any of you want to clarify any doubts or ask anything, raise any questions, it is welcome. Swasti for today.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now, students, if you want, you can ask any question on whatever is covered yesterday, today, or you want to say anything also, you are welcome to say. Don't hesitate. Don't have stage fear. Open up your audio and video and speak freely. Let me see how many can open your mouth.
Mataji, it was very nice today. I listened properly. It was very interesting what you said. I don't have any questions, so
Emma, thank you.
Next, Anybody? Don't wait for others. You start yourself. This is not your BTech class. This is something special. So you don't have to keep quiet. You can speak.
All of you just try to talk very freely. Just as you talk with your mother or your brothers, friends, you can talk here also.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Shrija. Ma'am,
Yes.
can I ask my doubt in Telugu? Like, I can't explain it to you. మ్యామ్
అడుగమ్మా.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు కదా మ్యామ్ 25 years వరకు అంతా చదివి 25 years వరకు మొత్తం చదువుకొని తర్వాత they'll go to the marriage అని.
ఉమ్.
కానీ చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ అనేవి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి. వాళ్ళు ఒకవేళ మేము ఎందుకు చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ చేస్తున్నారంటే మా పాత కాలంలో మాకు కూడా ఆ ఏజ్ లో చేశారు, అందుకే మేము ఇప్పుడు చేస్తున్నాం అని ఇలా మాట్లాడతారు కదా మ్యామ్. లైక్ వెన్ డిడ్ దట్ చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ ఎరా స్టార్టెడ్? మన పురాణాల్లో ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు మరి ఎందుకు ఇలాంటి చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ అనేవి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి మ్యామ్?
చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ రావడానికి చాలా కారణాలు ఉన్నాయమ్మా. సాంఘికంగా స్త్రీలని, ఆడపిల్లలని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయడానికి, కాపాడటానికి చైల్డ్ మ్యారేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి. కానీ మన వేదంలో బ్రాహ్మణులలో ఏ సర్టన్ ఒక్క పర్టికులర్ శాఖ వారికి మాత్రమే అష్టవర్ష భవేత్తన్య అని అన్నారు. ఎందుకంటే ఆ 10 ఏళ్ల లోపల ఆడపిల్లకి పెళ్లి చేస్తేనే ఒక రకమైన యాగము, అది మొత్తం యావత్ విశ్వానికి దాని వల్ల లాభం కలుగుతుంది, శాంతి కలుగుతుంది, సౌఖ్యం కలుగుతుంది. ఆ యాగం చేయడానికి అర్హత ఆడపిల్లలు 10 ఏళ్ల లోపల ఉండగా వివాహం అవ్వాలి. అప్పుడే ఆ భార్యాభర్తలకు అర్హత ఉంటుంది. నార్మల్ గా ఈ 22 ఏళ్ళు 25 ఏళ్ల దాకా చదవాలి అన్నది మన శాస్త్రం చెప్పినది. బాలురకి ఉపనయనం చేశాక గురుకులాలకి పంపించాక 8వ ఏట గర్భాష్టమి అని అంటాము. 7వ ఏట ఉపనయనం చేసి 7 or 8 ఇయర్ అప్పుడు గురుకులానికి పంపితే అక్కడి నుంచి 12 ఏళ్ళు మినిమం చదవాలి, అంటే 20 ఏళ్ళు. తర్వాత ఇంకా ఎక్కువ చదవాలంటే ఇంకొక 4 years. సో 24 years చదువుతారు బాయ్స్. ఆడపిల్లలు 24 ఏళ్ళు చదవాలి అన్న నియమం అలా లేదు. కానీ పెళ్లిళ్ళు ఒకవేళ అయినా కూడా చదువుకోవడానికి పెళ్లికి సంబంధం లేదు. తల్లిదండ్రులు చదివించినట్లే అత్తమామలు కూడా ఆడపిల్లని మగపిల్లల్ని అందరూ చదివిస్తారు. చదవడం అన్నది ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫర్ గెయినింగ్ నాలెడ్జ్. వీ హ్యావ్ టు స్టడీ, నాట్ ఫర్ గెట్టింగ్ డిగ్రీస్, not for getting doing jobs and all and earning money. Study is for gaining knowledge. Study is for enlightening ourselves. Study is for getting liberation. Study is మన ఎందుకు చదవాలి అంటే జ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించడానికి. మన ఇఫ్ ఎ మదర్ ఈజ్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ ద హోల్ ఫ్యామిలీ ఈజ్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ అన్నారు స్వామి వివేకానంద. పిల్లలని చదివించుకోవడానికి. అంతేగాని చిన్నప్పుడు పెళ్లిళ్ళు చేస్తారు, మా అమ్మ నాన్న మమ్మల్ని చదివించలేదు, మేము ఉద్యోగం చేయలేదు అంటూ వాళ్ళ మీద నెపాలు వేయకూడదు. జ్ఞానం సంపాదించడానికి చదవాలి, ముక్తి పొందడానికి జ్ఞానం సంపాదించాలి, కుటుంబాన్ని సవ్యంగా నడపడానికి, పిల్లలని చక్కగా పెంచడానికి, భర్తతో కోఆపరేటివ్ గా ఉండడానికి, అత్తమామలతో ఆ ఫ్యామిలీని హ్యాపీగా ఉండేలా చేయడానికి సభ్యత, సంస్కారము, వినయము రావడానికి విద్యా దదాతి వినయం, దానికోసం చదువుకోవాలి. తెలిసిందమ్మా?
అంటే మ్యామ్ అందరికి మాకు చదువుకోవాలని ఉంటుంది మ్యామ్, అది ఎప్పుడైనా ఓకే. కానీ అసలు ఇది ఎందుకు ఇలా వచ్చింది 8 years లోపే అంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాక నాకు తెలిసింది. లైక్ ఆ యాగం కోసం 8 years ఉన్నప్పుడే అమ్మాయికి పెళ్లి చేస్తారు అని.
కొంతమంది,
అది
కొద్ది మందికి కాదు. అది అన్నది బ్రాహ్మణులలో, వైదికులలో, అంటే వేద శ్రౌత కుటుంబాలు, శృతిలో చెప్పిన యాగాలని ఆచరించే ఆ కుటుంబాలు చాలా తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి ఈ కాలంలో. కానీ అలాంటి ఒక్క కుటుంబం ఉంటే కొన్ని వేల లక్షల కుటుంబాలు రక్షింపబడతాయి, ప్రకృతి కాపాడబడుతుంది, ప్రాణికోటికి శుభం కలుగుతుంది. అవి యజ్ఞయాగాల గొప్పదనం అది. కానీ అది రక్షణ తీసేశారు మన వాళ్ళు. 18 ఏళ్ళు, 20 ఏళ్ళు, 22 ఏళ్ళు చేశారు ఆడపిల్లకి మగపిల్లలకి పెళ్లి చట్టం ప్రకారం. అది కూడా పర్వాలేదు.
Okay, anybody else? Open up, don't worry. You want to say anything, you can say. The
Yes.
aim is to open up.
మీకు నిన్న చెప్పిన దాంట్లో ఏమైనా సందేహాలు ఉన్నాయా అని అర్థమైందా? నిన్న బోళ్ళు శ్లోకాలు కూడా చెప్పినట్టున్నా, సత్యం బ్రూయాత్ ప్రియం బ్రూయాత్, అవన్నీ అవి అర్థమయ్యాయా? బాయ్సే చదవాలి. దే సెడ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ బాయ్స్, బట్ దే నెవర్ సెడ్ దట్ ఓన్లీ బాయ్స్ హ్యావ్ టు స్టడీ వేదాస్. గర్ల్స్ ఆల్సో ఆర్ దేర్. In the olden days, Rishikas were there, Brahma Vadins were there, Brahma Jnanis were there, Mantra Drashtas, ladies, women were there. If a girl is really suitable, she can study Vedas. Only thing is, Vedas have to be studied through Guru Sishya Parampara. Guru Mukhataha, we say, sitting in front of Guru with the that Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, we say, certain swaras are there. So according to the swara, they have to study. So mostly girls means Gruhini, Adapilla, she got certain other duties at home. And boys, main duty of boys as per nature is to acquire knowledge, to earn and to take care of the family. It's not the duty of girls to go out, study and do jobs and get money and maintain the family. That's not our duty. But of course, nowadays, according to this modern age, befitting to these circumstances, we are going out, studying, doing jobs and maintaining families also. So boys have to study Vedas, especially Brahmin boys. It is their duty. As soon as the Upanayana Samskara is performed, they have to go to Gurukulas and serving master, listening to whatever commands master and master's wife, Guru Patni, they are giving, they have to follow. And strictly, sincerely, they have to study hours and hours and recollect, remember, recite, everything they have to do to keep up the Vedika, Vaidika Jnana, Veda Vijnana. The Vedas can be preserved and protected only by learning by heart and passing it on to the next generations. If that Udatta, Anudatta, the symbols are written, one cannot himself exactly pronounce that. The master has to recite and make the disciples recite. Nowadays also, even girls, a few girls, they are studying Vedas, even Veda mantras, Sri Sukta, Purusha Sukta, Narayana Sukta, etc. Even girls are studying under gurus. There is nothing wrong, but as per the nature, the bodies of male are created in a certain way, quite befitting to study the Vedas and receive that knowledge. Whereas the body, construction of the body of a woman, of a girl, is made in such a way by Paramatma, by the nature, that her body is so holy and chaste and great that she gives birth to children and she makes the dynasty grow. That is her main duty, to give birth to children and take care of them, bringing them into higher levels, molding them as noble children. So this main duty should be done by girls. Then later they can study, they can do any other works. Suppose in the olden days, the certain ladies, they never used to get married at all, because since their birth, they got real detachment, vairagya. Then those ladies, women, they are called as Brahmavadins. Then they meditated. They went into deep meditative stage and heard the voices of Paramatma. So they became the drashtas of mantras and all. So it depends.
Okay, the question by Malladi Lakshmi Swarupa also is answered. Madam, why they say Vedas only to be read and learned by boys? This is just answered.
Yes.
Okay, if there are no other questions, let me say that tomorrow onwards, another topic will start by Dr. C.S.R. Prabhu Garu. He is our academic director. And they are very, very useful to all of you. So from youth point of view, he is going to speak. His profile, we will post it in the group. And he is Director General of NIC, National Informatics Center. And also, right from childhood, he started yoga and learning all these things. Like Visalakshi Garu. So he is also a very competent person to talk on various Sanskrit literature. So don't miss the class tomorrow onwards. Tell your friends also to make use of this. If anybody else wants to register, they are welcome to register and attend the classes. Okay. So, okay, Hemasri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Now we will go for Prarthana and then national anthem. Anybody who can sing national anthem? Open up your voice and then sing national anthem. Anybody just volunteer? Or you're all shy to recite national anthem? All of you are shy, it looks, but those who can't do it, tell me. Otherwise, I take it that all of you can recite national anthem. Now, anybody volunteer to do? Just open up your mic. You're not very confident. Not confident to sing the national anthem. Oh God. All are like that. Let me name also. Sri, Siddharth, Naladi, Lakshmi, Divya, Pantula, Mani Sharma. You're all not confident of reciting national anthem. Oh God. God save the country.
So tomorrow onwards, you make it compulsory. Every day, one student should recite. Then they will automatically, that shyness will go away and they will come forward and recite. They should learn, they have to recite. At school also, they are doing. So they should do here also.
When they were children, they were asked to do, they did it. Now they are grown up and they don't want to do. Right.
They are all feeling shy.
Yeah, we are grown up. Why should I sing national anthem? The children only can do it, should do it.
Okay, prayer we will do now.
Let us go for prayer. Aditi.
Okay. If any spelling mistakes are there, don't bother, we will correct. You come forward with courage.
Okay, Maladi, Swarupa, she will recite national anthem after Prarthana. Aditi.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, start.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaः, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Swasti.
Dhanyawad. Okay, now all of you please stand up and let us recite national anthem. You open up your mic, Lakshmi.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
And if possible, video also, so that it is being recorded.
Okay.
If you are ready. Otherwise, go ahead without opening the video. Please start.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलसित तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind.
जय हिंद
ధన్యవాదములండి స్వరూప్ గారు and Aditi. So
Thank you, sir.
now we will close